The tilt is real.
Tilt is real.
This is when the tilt is real.
Welcome in to the Sunday Tilt with your hosts, the FF chef himself, Juan Carlos Pena, and John JAWN Swanson. It is Sunday, my dudes.
This is when the tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real. Good morning and happy Sunday. Welcome into week 7 of the Tilt is Real. It is the Fantasy Football Sunday Tilt. Brought to you by the Tilt is Real. We have all kinds of tilts for you this morning. Welcome in. If it's your first time hopping into the chat, go ahead, write your question in. Start sit all day until 10 a.m. till 12 noon Eastern time every Sunday this season. My name is James, and we got a lot of people in the building that haven't been in the building in a little bit. So let's first bring in the new Papa Bear in the building, and that's my man, Mr. John JAWN Swanson. What's going on? Good morning, brother.
What up? What up? It is Sunday, my dudes. Thank you guys for holding it down for the last 2 weeks as we've added a brand new member to the family. Mr. Swanson is a dad now. So welcome into the world.
Congrats.
Thank you. We couldn't be more excited. So, but also very excited to get back to the tilt. So thank you guys for holding it down. She'll probably pop on the show a little later. So
can't wait to meet her.
She's camera ready. She's like her dad. She's a little dramatic.
I have to say, Mr. Swanson, you do look surprisingly well rested for having a new baby and stuff. So she's been treating you good, I guess.
She really has been. This baby is a trick baby. I'm telling you. She just sleeps. She doesn't freak out or cry for any reason. Like, she cries like a baby cries, like here and there, but
babies cry, dude. Yeah.
It's babies cry, yeah. But when it comes to like through the night, she sleeps. She wakes up every 3 hours, like on the dot for like a change in a feed, and my wife and I switch off. But it's been pretty. There's like another shoe to drop somewhere. It's amazing. She's perfect.
Well, don't let it deceive you though, and thinking like, hey, we can have another kid, and it's going to be just like this kid because it was so easy. So just don't.
That's what everyone says. It's a trick, baby.
I'm one and done. I'm team one and done. I'm going through the terrible threes right now, and we're learning that path of life, and it's not fun. I should have brought him in earlier. I should have introduced him. Welcome back, Crooked Commish.
Yep.
Antonio Conchalo. Welcome in. Come in.
Canchola. Thank you.
Lo siento.
Antonio, since this is, do you prefer to be, do you have like a short version, or do you just go by Antonio or Ant or
Crooked Commish?
Tony or Crooks?
Either typically I'll just say this. I'll go by Anthony. Usually if somebody calls me Antonio over the phone, I know it's like a bill collector. It's someone that's not actually a friend of mine. Yeah. So if somebody's asking for Antonio, it's not somebody that really, really knows me and whatnot. So Anthony or Crooked Commish, either one.
You like Crooks? Can I go with Crooks?
Mama call him Crooked. I'ma call him Crooked.
Hey, I've been called worse names, so it's all right. That works.
I like Crooks.
That's dope. All right. So Tony's in the building, Crooked Commish coming in, joining us from Arizona, mind you. My man is up and at him early.
Let's go, man.
But he's London here. Games. He's gonna jump in. We got Juan coming in a little bit. He's playing dad right now as well, coaching softball. Shout out on the field. We heard the news that they're down 2 runs on the last inning.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chance that they can pull it out. So
sure. Rally cap time.
We'll wait for that announcement. But without further ado, Mr. Swanson, would you like to take over the comment section of this show, please? So we can get tilted here. Let's do it.
I would love to. Let's fire away. Greg Martinez is first out the gate. What's going on? Good morning, cuz. We got to need something from these running backs right here. We got to choose 2 in PPR between Achane, Irving, Chubb, or Moss. Here come the Chubb tilts. Let's go. I'm here for it.
Choose 2, huh?
Yeah, we got to choose 2 here.
All right, so I'm putting Achane on the board automatically. Stamp him in there. He practiced in full. He's ready to go against a bad Colts defense.
Okay. So if we're gonna keep Achane in there, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with starting Achane.
So it's really between Irving, Chubb, and Moss.
Now, if Rachaad White is still questionable, he practiced in full yesterday.
He's gonna play. It's gonna be a 3-headed monster down there, and I really want to avoid it if I can. And I believe this may be one of the cases where you can.
I agree.
How do you also have Sean Tucker, who broke out last weekend, which may not be the case if all 3 of them if they're going to ride the hot hand.
Yep.
We don't know who it's going to be.
It's Tucker.
It could very well be White. Too. It could very well be Irving. Like, hey, dude, if you saw some guy trying to take over your job, you can be like, oh, yeah, here you go. Oh, I'm going to pitch in and be part of this 3-headed Hydra thing we got going on here in Tampa Bay. No. They don't want a 3-headed Tampa Bay sea monster. They want Rachaad White wants to be the lead back, and I think he's going to try to turn on. Whether or not he could do that, who knows? Either way, I think it's between Chubb or Moss here.
I think so, too.
Yeah, also – Irving's going against Baltimore's run defense, which isn't super great. I know they're a little bit vulnerable there, but no,
they're actually the sixth. Yeah, they're the 5th best run defense.
Yeah, they can be torched at quarterback, wide receiver.
It's in the passing game that they're vulnerable. That's right.
Yeah,
yeah, that's where their holes are. Okay. Let's talk about Chubb right out the gate here. Let's get this out of the way. I have to start him. I'm in desperation mode in our league of record. Shut up, Chef. I'm 1-5. I've had him on IR. I'm just gonna trade him in there
for something.
I'm in YOLO mode right now. I want to see what happens. I'm gonna start him. I know that it's a lot of players here could do the wait and see approach, which is absolutely smart. I'm not telling you to start him, but I think I might start him over Moss.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
golfing this morning.
That's where I was leaning towards as well. As it's Chubb's. It's just I don't like the fact that Brown week after week just keeps taking more and more out of Moss's production, and it's
took the words right out of my mouth there.
Yeah, I mean, and I even with Chubb coming in, it's not like they're going to give him a shit ton of carries right off the bat. But at the very least, you're hoping if they can get towards the goal line, they'll give him the ball. And if he can get maybe a goal line touchdown or 2, then that would, salvage the day and kind of make it a good, running back day for them.
Same game. What's important here is, I guess, the pecking order behind these 2 gentlemen. Zach Moss might eat in a little bit into Chase Brown's carries, but Chase Brown's been putting it up. I think Tony said it best when he said that. Over 5 yards a carry averaged last week. He got into the end zone. I don't see it changing too much, So I'm going to roll with Chubb here, dude. In this predicament, Greg Martinez, great tilt. I think it is Nick Chubb here. He should get at least 10 to 12 carries, you would think, if he's 100% healthy. I mean, you got to remember, it's not like he was sitting on the sideline. Like he was practicing the whole time. You could practice while you're on the pup, correct?
As you're coming off of it.
Yeah.
He was like activated like 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? This is his debut. So welcome back. We'll see what happens. We see J.K. Dobbins, come back from injury all of a sudden. Nick Chubb, he's had similar injury. He's came back from that. He knows how to rehab it. He's got that dog in him.
Did you read that article
for the Cleveland
that letter
Browns?
He wrote to the Browns? It was beautiful.
No, I did not, but
he wrote this
sure
beautiful letter to the Browns. I was so fired up. I was so fired up. I loved it. Great
Is
letter.
it better than the Tebow quotes or the Tebow speech in Florida? Is it better than that?
It's a touch better than that.
Oh, okay. All
right, Minnie Jordan, what's going on, cuz? Good morning. PPR, we got to choose a running back and a flex here for Mason, between Mason, Achane, Eckler, Reed, or Deontay. A running back and a flex. Oh, man. All right. Give me. I want Eckler over Achane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even with Brian Robinson playing?
Even with Brian Robinson. I do. That's just too good of a matchup.
Explain yourself. Mason.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, so I don't like Mason's matchup against on Monday against the Ravens. I don't like that. I don't like the three-headed monster situation over there. Achane, I don't like because you can't get anything done via the quarterback in Miami. So they're just going to force feed and run the ball, which could, I mean, you could get a lot of volume. Doesn't mean you're going to get a ton out of it when it comes to yards per carry and everything like that. And the matchup's not great either. And then Eckler with B-Rob. I mean, B-Rob's coming off the injury with the knee. He is expected to play. But I like what I'm seeing from Eckler. And he's been scoring, and the Panthers are dead last against running backs, giving up 32.9 fantasy points per game to the position. So I'm going to ride with Eckler. He looks great. They're going to use him around the goal line.
Shout out to Minnie Jordan, by the way. I didn't get to say good morning. I can't take Reed out of my lineups. Yeah. I'm just going to say that. And if you're putting Eckler over Achane, that's fine, I guess, in the running back spot. So let's work this out then. And I'm not playing Deontay. I'm sorry, I'm not playing Deontay Johnson. Let's get ahead of that real fast.
Why not?
Because he's been injured all week. All right. He was questionable. I'm not messing with that. I am full tilt in on Xavier Legette this week to have a really good pop-up week. Okay, and show what he's all about as a rookie. And yes, I know Swanson, he's on my league of record team, and yes, he is in my lineup. Let's go get it. But I can't take out Jaden Reed. He's been on fire. I just can't do it. So, and to argue the fact about Achane, he is coming back off a concussion. Okay, he's a smaller back. Raheem Mostert is healthy. I think Mostert gets most of the work. No pun intended. And Achane could wind up being that little pass outlet for Tyler Huntley in his last game started as a Miami Dolphin. God willing.
Yeah, I would.
Tua, come back. Come on back on the field.
Come save my fantasy team.
Yeah. I'm so gone, and I can't win my league without you.
We're just going to keep going, huh?
I guess. It's that kind of morning, Swan. For real, man. You know, check the electricity a couple times already. We full charge, full tilt. Let's ride.
I would stick with Achane. I like the matchup against the Colts. Everybody's been running against the Colts as well. So, and they've been depleted with injuries on the defensive end. So I would go with Achane, and I want to go say Reed, but like going against Houston's defense is no joke. And I feel better that Jordan is back slinging him the ball. But you kind of were talking me into Eckler. So I would go with Achane and Eckler in the flex there and stuff. So hopefully, like you said, he can get the more dink and dunk passes and stuff, and then squeeze in a touchdown there, within the 15-yard line. So, I would go Achane Eckler. So we all gave you three different answers there. So I'm sorry that didn't help too much.
I'm going to give
real fast. I want to
touch on one thing about Deontay. All right, so with Deontay, I know he's coming off. He's expected to play. He had the ankle injury. So Deontay has the 5th best wide receiver cornerback matchup on the week against Ben St. Justy. St. Juice. Okay, I want to make sure.
Benjamin St. Juice. Yes.
It's not a word. It's not a name that I bring up very
Oh
often.
yeah, I know all about him. He stinks.
So
Stinks
yeah,
on
he
ice.
stinks. He stinks on ice. So they're also giving up. The Commanders are giving up the 5th highest yards per attempt on the season so far, and Deontay's averaging 11 targets a game. I feel pretty good about that going up against.
He's getting a lot of volume.
All right, so I want to check the Panthers injury report real fast, and let's see where he's at, because I had him as one of those guys that I wanted to stay away from for a certain reason. I just can't remember what it was. Give me a second.
I don't really think you can go wrong either between Deontay or Reed. If you're going for the upside, I think it's probably Reed. I think Deontay gives you a decent floor just because of the targets that he's been getting. But I think Reed is probably the upside play. So let's go. I'm going to lock in Eckler, and I'll say Deontay for the floor, and I'll say Reed for the ceiling.
Okay.
He logged a limited practice on Friday. He is questionable. He is a true game time decision.
That's
Deontay.
a 4 o'clock game too.
Yes.
Well, then that could kind of solve one part of the issue for you. If he's not even available, then you can, and then it's just between Reed and then your running backs there. So, but none of us really like Mason and his matchup. At least
no, stay away from him too. Like the KC is the stingiest against fantasy running backs. I think they try to pass it. We got Ricky Pearsall. Oh, another one coming in. Do I bench Ayuk for JSN this week?
Yeah, Sir Cam Lanes, what's going on? Good morning, cuz. Do I bench Ayuk for JSN this week?
Who are they playing against? Let's see.
So JSN going up against the Falcons has the number 1 best cornerback matchup on the week against D. Alford.
And then the Chiefs
Geno Smith is
and the Niners.
Yeah, and the Chiefs and Niners.
Geno Smith is quietly the QB3 this year.
Number 1 in pass yards. They're number 1 in pass rate. Yeah, Geno Smith is having himself a time. He's having a full South Park.
He's reliving the season that he had prior to last year. Let's see. I don't know though. JSN, you want pieces of that game? Ayuk? Man.
I mean, Lockett still gets a lot of looks still in Seattle. So JSN at times is the 3rd option there. So I know he's getting more production than he's gotten, the last few years, but
he's getting about 19% of the target share. DK is obviously the main benefactor, but will be in shadow coverage of AJ Terrell, which doesn't really scare me too much. I think DK wins that battle hands down. I guess the real question about this game was, is the running game going to be in full effect? Does Ken Walker actually play? I know he was down with an illness that popped up late yesterday. Oh, please tell me he plays.
You should give him fluids. Give him fluids. If it's an illness,
The Ayuk game against Kansas City, man, that's a tougher one.
Could that be a back and forth game?
Either way, because there's still, I feel like that could be. Well, Seahawks Falcons. The over under is 51.5.
Yeah. You want pieces in that game. I think, JSN, maybe. It's a tough one.
I mean,
dude.
Chiefs Niners is 47, and still that's another stuff there too.
Sir Cam, if this is PPR, I guess I would lean towards JSN because he at least should get some catches, if not a touchdown. Obviously, the touchdown will put you over the top, and he'll probably end up with an 18, maybe 20-point game if he can get a touchdown. But if nothing else, if he can get, the 5 catches for 11 yards or 70 yards, that would still be a decent day.
All right, let me just go.
Like I said,
one last spot.
Cool. What you got, Chef?
Yeah, I was just looking to see where he was at consensus rankings. Just wanted to play that devil's advocate real
JSN
fast.
or Ayuk?
I think it's JSN, dude. Yeah, I really think JSN it is. Too. I mean, Ayuk is up there higher. I think that's only because of notoriety. Really?
Could be.
I think JSN has been very active, man.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Thomas touchdown?
Yeah, yes. Part of it.
Let's go. Needed that.
Let's go.
Awesome.
I should have played
All right,
that
so
one.
we're going to lean JSN.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
he's getting anywhere between 8 and 10 targets a game.
Yeah.
Like I'm staying with JSN, and it's a great matchup. Yeah, I think it's a great call. Great call.
There's only 2 games where he's had 3 targets or less. Everything else has been up, which was the first game and third game. Everything else he's been getting at least 7 targets. So
let's go.
Yeah, and that was Denver and Miami, and they won those games by Denver was close, but Miami was a blowout.
So they just ran the clock out.
Exactly.
All right.
Word. All right, let's go JSN. Zach, my man, what's going on, bud? Good morning. All right. Lockett, Addison, or Leggett. We got to pick one. Ooh.
I don't know if it's Lockett. We just talked about JSN.
Yeah, I don't think it's in this situation. I think I'm going to lean. I think I'm going to lean Addison.
Ooh, I want to check the matchup there in
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit.
He's going up against Carlton Davis. Addison's average depth of target on the season is 17.3 yards.
He's getting a 20% target share.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Jones is questionable for this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So that funnels the pass a little bit more. Detroit usually funnels the pass.
Yeah.
They can stop the run.
But they're 29th against wide receivers right now.
Justin Jefferson is obviously going to have a great
day. Another high over under too. 50.5 is the line right now. Yeah. Minnesota by 1.5. This is going to be I want pieces of this game. I'm excited for this one. This should have been Thursday. This should have been flexed.
It's between Addison and Leggett for me. I think Lockett's out of the picture on this one.
Yeah, I'm
leaning towards Addison.
Don't get me wrong, Lockett's got a great matchup, but it's hard to pick between those 3.
If I had, I'm going to go Addison. I don't usually say that name, but yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Crooks?
Yeah, Addison, consensus, especially PPR.
Nice. Cool. All right.
Leggett's still going to have a great game, though. Mark my words.
Dane, what's going on? Good morning. All right. In a dilemma. Dame just picked up Davante Adams off the wire due to someone dropping him due to his injury, but now being on a new team needs help. 2 wide receivers and 2 flex options. He has Hill, Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams, Devontae Smith, JSN, Xavier Worthy.
Trade one of those pieces.
Bananas.
My goodness.
I assume Hill is Tyree.
Adams and Wilson.
You can't trade Hill right now.
No, Tua's coming back.
You got to trade either Garrett Wilson or Davante Adams. You can't play. Well, I guess you could play both of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to bench 2.
You have to bench 2 today? Huh. Not benching Devontae Smith. Not benching.
I'll bench Xavier Worthy.
I would bench Worthy. I would bench JSN at this point. I'm thinking I have just Davante Adams. He playing this game. Rodgers just going to force feed the shit out of him this game. I just see him getting a touchdown.
If I have Adams, yeah.
You know what? I'm benching Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's my point. Joey Porter pretty much stamped on his chest the best shadow coverage of the year. All right. Throughout. He's shadow coverage city. All right. He's allowed the least amount of production to wide receivers. Garrett Wilson will get that coverage. All right. I don't think he will follow Davante Adams. I mean, he might get him maybe 1 or 2 times.
Dante Jackson or Joey Porter?
Joey Porter.
Okay.
Joey Porter is the guy. All right. He's going to be on Garrett Wilson. I'm taking Garrett Wilson out. I think I might take out Hill, to be honest. I don't know, man.
I was just going to say, I think we should bench Worthy and Hill.
I'm definitely taking out Wilson out of this.
If you bench Worthy and Hill, then you're starting 2 Jets wide receivers.
I don't want to play 2 Jets wide receivers. So take Garrett Wilson out. It's either one or the other. Let's ride on the hopium of Devontae Smith Devontae Adams coming back into it. Let's play Devontae. Let's play Devontae and JSN. That's 3. You need one more.
We just got to bench 2.
And my vote, it's between Worthy or Hill. And I think I might lean Worthy.
Yeah.
We got to.
But it is Indianapolis. So it's between Hill and Worthy for me. I'm sorry. That's the way I'm looking at it.
So
I would go with Worthy just because I like the QB. I trust the QB there more than I do with Miami. It's just.
So we're benching. So we got to bench 2. Are we in agreement that
the first 2?
Hill and Wilson?
That's who I'm benching.
I'm going to bench Wilson.
Me
and Worthy.
too.
I'm going to bench
benching Wilson and Worthy.
Wilson and Worthy.
You know what? Yeah, Wilson and Worthy. Wilson and Worthy. You're right. I'm gonna tilt back the other way. It's Wilson and Worthy. Yes, play Hill today. Hill has a great matchup against the poorest defense in the Colts. All right, I think they can get something done, especially having both of their running backs back on the field together. Worthy has a tough matchup against San Francisco. Rather stay away from it if I can. So yeah, give me Hill. So Worthy and Wilson getting benched. That's my opinion. WW.
Okay.
W's.
Cool.
Everybody good on that?
Thank you so much.
That was tough.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a tough one. These are some tough ones. Chat's blowing up down there. I see y'all. We're getting to you right now. I'm going to jump around a little bit over here. I'm going to get down to Ball Glove Blueprint. Still undefeated. What's going on, cuz? Full PPR, running back, wide receiver, flex. Started Bigsby. We have Jaden Reed, HM, sitting Brian Thomas Jr.
Oops. Well, hopefully he doesn't get another touchdown. So.
And Wan'Dale Robinson.
Okay, didn't make the right move.
Okay. And then down here, not a hindsight question, BTJ just scored, but wondering what route you would have gone prior to the London game.
I would have played BTJ off the rip.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
Well,
Can
we go back up to the top? Do we have to solve anything else?
Let's see. So, started. So I guess it's. Well, it depends. Who else would you have? Who else do you have on the bench in place of? Who would you? No, do you need?
Yeah, we don't.
Who are you starting Reed over? Who are you starting HN over?
I mean, if we're just looking at that, would you have started Brian Thomas over Jalen Reed if we're just looking at that, or even I
think I would have played. I would have played Reed, HN, Brian Thomas Jr. To be honest,
yeah, Wan'Dale doesn't really. With Neighbors coming back,
the appeal with Neighbors coming back. Shout out,
yeah.
Number 1.
I am number 1.
The Rook. Won't you be my neighbors?
Neighbor.
Oh yeah, Chef. That's that.
Neighbor.
That's gonna be
brand new. Just came in. Feels great.
Is that your team name, Chef? Won't you be my neighbors?
Oh, that's great. If I had Neighbors on my redraft league, yeah, maybe. I could change the dynasty league, but
good. And then Dame has another one here about defense. Eagles defense against the Giants or Vikings.
This just in. We have breaking news.
Sorry, Mr. Swanson, for cutting in like that, but we have breaking news. The ladies did it. They peel off the victory 10-9 in the bottom of the ninth. Let's go.
Don't call it a comeback.
Wow, Lady Sotos.
One of a kind coming in hot sooner than later.
Oh, congratulations, ladies. Let's go.
The rally cap does work, ladies and gentlemen. It's real.
Shout out.
Congrats out there walking it off.
Lady Soto.
Yes. Congratulations. That's a great way to start the day. Oh, I'm so fired up. That's coming off last night's win for the Yankees for Juan too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He's gonna be on cloud 9.
Oh my God, he's on top of the world right now. That's great. Yeah. Congratulations, Alyssa. Congratulations, Juan. Ladies, let's go. Congratulations. That's the best.
I also, real quick, I had a question for the Tilt Squad out there and stuff. I know we were talking about it. Tilt Squad, curious. We just had a big trade between Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper. Was wondering which one of those two guys between y'all do you think will have the biggest fantasy impact or value, in the fantasy world? So I'm curious between those two. Let me know what you guys think there. So go ahead, Chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, great question. Throw that in the chat. Just like to see what everyone's temperature is on who's going to have the better ROS, the better rest of the season. I think it's going to be Adams. I'll just throw that out there right now. I like their schedule better. I like the mind meld that Adams and Rodgers have. I feel like it's like riding a bike. Cooper's going to come in. There will be packages, but he's got to learn some things. But there's nothing like that real like mental connection that just kind of stays forever. So give me him.
Oh, right, man. I mean, you can argue both factors. Cooper's going to have less target competition. He's going to come in as the dominant wide receiver one. We always know that. Keon Coleman, not polished, young rookie. Dalton Kincaid, yes, he gets his 3 or 4 targets a game, but he hasn't really been coming through when they need a big play. Same thing with Khalil Shakir. So I think off the rip, I think Amari Cooper does fill that void that they lost with Stephon Diggs last year. And when Josh Allen starts throwing the ball, I know he's only thrown for like under 200 yards like the last
because
3
the game
or 4
plan
games.
has been keep the ball on the ground,
control the clock.
Is that going to
Joe
change?
Brady's
now?
doing
Now
that.
They have
I think
an
they're
alpha
gonna
receiver.
I think they're gonna open it up a little bit.
I
would imagine
right?
So.
You would have to.
Yeah, right. You would think so. I mean, they didn't go out and spend money on Amari Cooper for nothing.
Correct.
Like, they're like, okay, we have something here with the ground game. It's solid. We have backups that can come in and take on roles. And we need to open up the field a little bit more so our run game is that much more successful. With that being said, I think Adams is going to wind up being the 1B in this offense just because Garrett Wilson is just that much younger and faster. And he already knows the offense. He does. You got to remember, Devontae Adams, as good as he is, riding a bike, I understand. He probably had the playbook 8 months ago, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, we probably did.
But ever since the hamstring issue came along, he's had the playbook.
But and fact being that he is an older receiver, he may get hurt, but who knows? But for now, I like to think that that's a touchdown, Bigsby. I think.
No, well, are you ahead of me?
On the goal line. Sorry.
Give it to him again. I need that Bigsby touchdown.
That'd be great for ball glove. Started Bigsby.
There he goes.
So if you don't get the BTJ, hopefully you get one.
But I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, it's Adams. I think it is Adams.
We'll see. I'm interested.
See.
I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Ask me in 4 weeks.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Put a fucking marker on that one. We'll come back to it.
I'm interested to see what Juan would say too.
Same.
All right, yeah.
He'll be here soon.
All right.
All right. So Eagles defense versus the Giants or the Vikings against the Lions. Let's just tackle that one really quick here. I'll go Eagles against the Giants just because I think that other game is just going to be high scoring. It's going to take down your defense. I think
I'll
the over-under.
I'll go Eagles D, I guess.
It's not great. I mean, the over-under is 42.5.
I mean, you have to remember you got Andrew Thomas a little banged up on the outside there. I think Eagles defense against the Giants might be a better play.
Yeah.
Lions are going to put up points
on IR.
Lions aren't turning it off. They're not. That's how they win.
You can always count on a turnover from Daniel Jones as well, at least whether it's a fumble or an interception, and then that could easily be a pick six. So,
agreed.
Yeah, Eagles defense for sure. Just the matchups are way better.
And then we need two flexes and a tight end between Kittle, Andrews, Montgomery, Waddle, Myers, or Chubb. I think you have to play Kittle here in that tight end spot.
Yeah,
I think you have to.
Montgomery is a must play
for sure. I was going to say Montgomery's in there.
Myers is banged up. I don't even know if you want to play him.
I don't even know if
he's going to play.
He's doubtful.
He's doubtful on the ticker. That's for sure.
I'm leaning to him not playing. So really, it's just between you got Andrews.
It's Chubb, Waddle, or Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this set up in my one league, and I'm glad it came up here so we get to ask about it on the show. And it's a tight end premium league. All right. And I have Waddle, haven't been able to play Waddle, have Andrews, haven't been able to play Andrews. I'm in second place somehow, some way. But this morning I had to play Antonio Gibson. I didn't have Tank Bigsby. I have Travis Etienne. So my other running back will be just fine, I hope.
Give me Nick Chubb here.
Oh, you're going to put Nick Chubb over Andrews and Waddle.
Yes. Yep. Get down around the goal line. They'll give it to him. They're going to give it to him. They're not going to give goal line carries. I don't think they're going to give goal line carries away. They're not going to just be like, hey, Pierre, hey, Deontay, you can take this in. Never mind our hero returning.
On how much workload they give guys that come back off an injury on their debut. Like, there has to be some kind of metric out there. But
when was Nick Chubb's last injury?
It was September. It was week 2 of last year.
Well, that was I mean the injury before that one.
Oh, that was years prior. That was back when he was in Georgia.
Oh yeah, that was the last big one.
Yeah, that was his.
I thought he got hurt
I
again.
think that
he got hurt
his...
week 4 of 2020, and he was out for 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks 9. He came back week 10 and scored against Houston.
I guess. I mean, if we're rolling the Chubb, I guess Chubb.
Are you going to start Waddle?
Chubb.
You feel good about Waddle? You feel good about Andrews?
About Waddle. I don't feel confident about Waddle at all. That's my problem. I don't have trust in Tyler Huntley at all.
Can't imagine why.
I've lost almost all faith.
I'm gonna say you were liking the matchup earlier with Hill.
I like Hill. I mean, Hill. So, Waddle's not Hill.
Well, Hill's also Hill.
No. But
like it's like atmosphere and outer space. Like no.
It all depends on how productive you think that Miami offense can be against a bad defense there. And if
I don't see the ball going to Waddle on a consistent basis.
Right.
You know, right. I see Chubb getting at least 12 carries, maybe 3 targets. I don't think they move the ball unless they move it on the ground. That's
Andrews
the only way I see they move the ball.
Has the matchup, right? He has the matchup against well, I guess he doesn't even really have the matchup. Bucks are really a middle of the road. Yeah, they're like middle of the road against tight ends.
Likely
if you don't get anything, you're gonna rip your hair out. If you start Chubb and you don't get anything, at least you gave it the old college try. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I'd lean towards that as well.
I guess.
I didn't
like Hill. It's ugly. But give me Chubb.
Look, it's ugly, but at least you know that you have a solid. Kittle is holding you down, right? Like that's your anchor right there. Kittle and Montgomery are holding you down. So at that point, just go for what you feel like could be a home run.
I can see a world where Andrews is actually involved more in the passing game in the slot, because that's where they kill it. I think Flowers is going to have a good day. I think Andrews could be in that role, but I think Chubb's touches are at least guaranteed a little bit more, I guess. So give me Chubb. Let's see what he's got. Woohoo.
Yeah, Chubb, great tilt. That could be. You could hit that button for tilt of the week there, but it's a good tilt. It's close. You're thinking about it.
If Crooked's
well, don't do it yet because we got
more. All right, come on.
That one has potential for sure. Let's go.
Put that one on the list.
There's a couple here. I want to jump over to Lucius first. Yeah. What's going on, cuz? Welcome in. Start Mark Andrews or Kraft today. Kraft has a super tough matchup today, but worried about Andrews. And then jumping on down to JD. What's going on? Good morning. Starting Andrews. JD is starting Andrews over Kraft in Dynasty. How do we feel about Andrews versus Kraft?
Andrews or Kraft? Houston's 4 against. I mean, they're stingy against tight
ends. I might take Andrews here. In this situation, I would take the shot with Andrews. He scored last week.
He's
maybe
kind of come on lately. They're starting to maybe look at him a bit more than they have the first 5 games of the season. So the last 2 games, he had 5 targets against Cincinnati, 4 targets against Washington, and he's getting some yards, 55 yards and then 60 yards the last 2 games, and he finally got a touchdown. Yeah, I would stick with Andrews, and hopefully that trend kind of continues and stuff. Man, if he can get around 8 targets, that would be more ideal and stuff, and a bit more productive in that offense. But Kraft, I just don't like that matchup against Houston. Kraft is a sneaky play, though. He's a sneaky play. They could be focusing on everybody else between Reed and Watson and whatnot, and he can kind of. I'm gonna
go with you guys on Andrews. All right, I'm gonna stick my flag in Andrews here over that. Kraft going up against Al Shahir, one of the best linebackers in the business so far this season for Houston. I'm staying away from Kraft. All right, I mean that's just the matchup this week. All right, I'll give it more to Baltimore going up against KJ Britt. It's an easy win for me there. Like I said before, Tampa Bay can give it up in the slot. That's where Mark Andrews' sweet spot is. Maybe Mark Andrews scores a touchdown this week, just like he did last week in the slot.
Like he did last week.
Let's go.
Yep. Evan Gettleman, what's going on? Chat. I see everybody in there. We're getting to everyone. I'm jumping around a little bit here.
Yeah, we're cruising.
There's a punt return. Who started?
Oh, really?
Oh, man. Well, there goes that spread. Crooked.
Jacksonville's defense, special teams. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're all good. Evan here is loaded at wide receiver. Half-point PPR. We got to pick 3 between DK, Devontae, Mike Evans, Devontae Smith. Evans has no injury designation anymore. He's good to go. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a bench 2.
This is nice. This is good choices.
This is extremely difficult. DK, Devontae, Mike Evans, Devontae Smith. Choice. We have to bench 1. I'm sorry.
Yes.
DK,
you have to bench 1?
1.
Huh.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't want to bench any of them.
No, I don't
get
either.
That out there. It is half-point PPR, so keep that in mind when we think about it. I think I'm gonna go and bench Devontae here.
I think so too. Yeah. Okay.
Devontae Adams.
Oh, yes. Adams.
Yes.
I'm gonna bench Adams here. Yeah.
I'm benching Adams here. I think Devontae Smith up against Drew Phillips this week against the Giants. That's a good score for him. And it's half-point PPR. I don't think Devontae Adams is going to fill in that much. Yeah, I don't know. Against Pittsburgh? Come on, man. Pittsburgh just doesn't give up too much. That Jets offensive line is tough. Or
there are a lot of situations where I want to start Devontae Adams, but not like today, not over DK, Evans, and Devontae.
Yeah, no. Not over those 3 guys.
Not over those 3.
I'm going to go the opposite way there, and I'll go with the other Devontae, just because I just think the sheer volume of targets. Aaron Rodgers is going to be so giddy and excited to have his boy back that I think, like I said, he's just going to force feed the shit out of him, and he's going to get a guaranteed 12 targets in this game. So our double-digit targets won't go too crazy. And I think Brian Thomas Jr. just got another touchdown.
No, I think it was a 2-point conversion.
Oh, okay. 2-point conversion. All right.
Okay.
I just saw him in the end zone. But anyways, I like Devontae Adams, the 3 number 1s there. Like I said, if nothing else, Rodgers is going to make sure Adams gets a touchdown there, his first game there. So, I mean, I'm leaning more towards Adams than Smith. Smith is still the number 2 compared to, all 3 of these guys are considered to be the number 1s there. So, but there's no bad choices between those 4. Just throw a dart.
I don't know if it's a tilt of the week. It's not tilt of the week.
It's getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Another one for Evan here too is for a different league for a flex position: Tracy, Waddle, or Downs.
Ooh,
interesting.
It might be Tracy for me.
Is it PPR?
Yeah, that's what I want to know too.
If it's PPR, I might take. I think I would
Downs.
go Tracy here.
Downs is questionable. Didn't practice all week.
Oh, was he?
He was limited Friday. He's expected to play.
Is Singletary
Anthony
back?
Richardson at quarterback?
I'm not saying I don't like it.
Is Singletary playing? No, I don't believe so.
Singletary is active.
He's active.
He is. So that's
that chops Tracy down.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it though? Because
yeah,
I think they have a fun weapon
bit.
in the way that he's a former wide receiver converted to a running back. He might just get targets.
If this is PPR, then yes, Tracy's definitely a bit more appealing. Maybe
I think it might be Tracy either way.
But
do you trust Downs?
If Joe Flacco was quarterback, I would smash the Downs play on this.
I have all three Indianapolis Colts wide receivers were barely at practice this week. Most of them were limited throughout the week. You had Michael Pittman with the back injury. You had Josh Downs with some kind of injury, either a quad or a hamstring. It was a toe, turf toe, perhaps.
Could be. Here's your turf toe.
Yeah, and Pierce was the other one. He was a little chipped up as well. Alec Pierce.
Yeah, not really worried about him.
Not in this case.
No, not with Anthony Richardson.
I think Tyrone Tracy actually could have done enough. I don't know. Let's just bring in another face.
Let's go.
Answer the question.
What's up there, winner?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Exciting finish, man. It was awesome. Come from behind victory.
We had breaking news on the show for you.
I appreciate that, man. The girls were thrilled, man. When you win it on stealing home on to win the game.
Are you serious?
It's a good day. Yeah.
The Jets stealing home. They don't see him. I don't believe it. The Jets stealing home.
And it was the same girl that stole home had an inside the park 3-run home run earlier in the game.
Wow.
Yeah. So we know who the MVP of the game was.
It was her. Yeah, Emily, for sure.
Memory day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Emily.
Let's
go.
Yeah, man. So it was exciting. So let's jump right into the fire. Antonio, what's up, man? And guys, all the usual things. Any day we get to talk about fantasy football is a great day, especially when you're amongst friends and you're going to enjoy a Sunday. I'm hyped because we got to win. What's my first question?
All right, we're Tyrone Tracy.
How'd you like that Yankees game?
Loved it, dude. Loved it. I've been riding that high all day too.
It's a great.
You walk off in 12 hours. What a life to live, man.
Let's get it.
All right, so we just went here between Tracy, Waddle, and Downs for Evan. We took Tracy. If it's PPR, we're gonna go Tracy. And then up here, we didn't do this one yet, but just to stay on the Tracy train, Zach wants to know if we trust Aaron Jones this week. Could also put Sermon in or Tracy. I have something to say about Sermon, but you go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of like the Sermon play. My Dolphins have been getting gashed, and I don't know if they fixed everything coming off the bye week. We are getting a little bit healthier. I love the Tracy play on the first one. I like Tracy a lot today too, though, man.
So here's my argument for Sermon over Tracy, and that would just be against Miami's running defense. Week 1, Etienne scored. Week 2, Cook scores twice. Week 3, Charbonnet scores twice. Week 4, Pollard scores. Week 5, Ramondre scores. A running back and these are all on the ground. These aren't through the air. So
Agreed.
A running back has scored on the ground versus Miami every week so far this season. I'm going to say that keeps going. I'm going to ride Sermon here over Tracy in this tilt.
That's good info.
Yeah, that is really good info. Yeah, if you're going to pick on teams, and this is the time of the year where we're starting to figure defenses out, and we can kind of really start playing matchups and follow trends, and that's an excellent trend that you just pointed out. So I would tilt with you for Sermon over Tracy in this particular one. I like Sermon a lot. I was going to put him in a lot of my cash lineups today anyway because of the Dolphins defense and the propensity for them to give up touchdowns. I just hope that it's not a stolen touchdown by Richardson or by Goodson, down there by the goal line. So, but I'd ride with you though.
I think Sermon's going to get the bulk of the carries.
For sure.
Yeah, I think Goodson could steal. Richardson has more of a possibility to steal. However,
that scares me.
I'm not trusting Aaron Jones this week.
Nope.
All right.
I don't like it either.
And with Singletary coming back, you can't put all your faith in Tracy. So give me Sermon, process of elimination.
I like it.
Cool.
We're tilting. We're out here tilting,
all
baby.
Across. Let's go. Sir. James Mendez, what's going on, cuz? PPR here. Got to pick 2. Judy, Lockett, McConkey, Juju. This is interesting.
I don't trust that hamstring on Juju.
Yep.
No, the quarterback for Judy.
Don't like Judy.
Yeah. How can you?
So it's Lockett and McConkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, by process of elimination.
Yeah, Lockett and McConkey. And McConkey doesn't have too much target competition, even though they only throw the ball 10 times out there in LA. But I think he gets at least. Yeah, I think he gets 5 for 45, maybe.
I'll give him 7.
If one of those is a touchdown, that works out.
And if one of them's a touchdown, it's fine. So I think he's a low end flex play. Same with Lockett.
For sure.
I would definitely play both of them over Judy or Juju.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig it.
I like that. TS.
So, guys, real quick before we get into it a bit more,
I
need to go ahead and bow out. The substitute tilter. I need to go and get with my other guys. Even though we have a bye week with the Bears, they still want to chop it up and talk about the division and whatnot. So
I like it.
I appreciate you guys having me back on here again. Again, if you anybody's out sick and you need somebody, please call on your boy.
Man,
I appreciate you. The Tilt fan.
Thank you, dude.
So much.
Thank you,
always
bro.
Appreciate you. Everybody, go check out Tony Mondays on the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast
Network. Yes.
Network. The podcast.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes. Either way, I mean, you can cross those. Go ahead.
Before you go, I need a rest of season little bit of advice from you. I have Roma Dunze. How happy should I be going forward? How involved is he going to be going forward in the offense? That's starting to look alive.
Yeah, it is. That's a really tough question,
right?
No. I think they are going to start getting him more involved. Like I said, the test is going to start getting a lot harder. The more that he's clicking with Keenan Allen and DJ, it's just going to kind of open the door up for Rome. Like I said, and then also Komet is also starting to kind of come alive as well. So I can see the kind of frustration there because it can turn into a lot of mouths to feed there in that offense. But if they can continue to keep firing, he should be decent enough to hold on to and be a decent flex play, especially if Keenan Allen, veteran guy, hamstrings kind of tend to catch up to him. So if any one of those guys happens to go down, I think Rome is going to be a good red zone threat and stuff. Williams does like to look for him in the red zone since he's a big body type of receiver. So he's just one of those guys where you may have to kind of like pick your matchups like the weekly and kind of find the right spot to kind of plug them into and stuff. So, but I do think this offense is going to start, getting him more involved.
That's what I want to hear. I want more volume from them, and I want to be able to spot start them on my bye weeks or if injuries happen. I kind of wanted to stash them. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
You can trade them to me if you want.
we can make something happen. We can make it happen.
Don't make it cheap. Don't make it cheap for him.
Everybody's for sale.
Yeah, everybody's on the market. That's the one thing with fantasy. No one's off the table, but some guys are definitely more expensive than the others. So
I dig it.
So
thank you, bro.
Appreciate you guys again. Like I said,
thank you.
Be safe. Good luck to everyone this week.
Have a good show. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna roll right into TS's tilt right here between Evans or Gibbs. Flex PPR. This is a tough.
It is tough. No designation for Evans, right?
He's good.
He's good. I like Godwin a lot in that matchup against the Ravens.
Me too, man.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm feeling Godwin a lot today, but that doesn't mean Evans doesn't eat.
Wide receiver 1 right
now. It doesn't mean Evans doesn't eat.
Yeah, right? Godwin's
wide receiver 1 on the season right now.
Yeah, and Baker's leading the league in touchdowns, which that's where Evans comes into play with that. He might have 3 catches, but 2 of them are goal line, fades and things like that. So,
I mean, all in all, Baltimore is giving up the 3rd most fantasy points to wide receivers in the slot and on the right perimeter. For all intents and purposes, Mike Evans plays on the left side, still giving up the 12th best to the left perimeter where Mike Evans plays. So I could imagine that there's going to be times where Mike Evans gets some targets downfield if the offensive line can hold up just that long. At the same time, do you really want to bench Gibbs?
No. Playing the Vikings. The Vikings are tough, and I haven't liked that Montgomery's pretty much RB1. Like Montgomery is the guy. He's the one that's getting the bulk of the carries. between the 20s. I like Gibbs' value in PPR, but I might be tempted to play Evans depending on where I am in matchup, like what I really need. Like, do I need a boom game? I think I might go Evans because he's the one that could take the top off and hit you with one of those long touchdowns or get a couple red zone targets and steal them. Where Gibbs, a lot of mouths to feed, like we're saying about other teams. Like
I think you're onto something there, Juan, with Evans for the ceiling, Gibbs for the safe floor.
Yeah.
If you're in a flex position, I would go for the ceiling.
Yeah, you go for
I
the
think
home
Evans. Run. I think Evans' floor this week is actually pretty safe, probably along the lines of where Gibbs is going to wind up anyway.
Do you think they might force, because Evans didn't score last week, so I'm pretty sure he's still one touchdown away from 100.
Oh no, I think he got that.
Did he?
Yeah, he got his 100th against Atlanta.
That was the week I was out.
Yeah. That was baby week.
All right, never mind.
That was baby week.
All right, so it is worth, Juan, I have a question for you, and Chef, please, if you know too, please help me here. Has anything changed as far as the defensive line for the Vikings going back to last year? Anything significant, or is it kind of the same?
Yeah, they're number 2 against running backs.
Right. But going back to last year, has anything changed significantly?
No, because they lost Daniil Hunter, but then they got Bernard to replace him from the Texans. They basically swapped defensive ends, and Van Ginkel's there, which is a pretty good linebacker, defensive end type.
Okay,
that was the
reason
big addition,
I'm bringing this
Van
up.
Ginkel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Reason I bring this up is because last season, Lions Vikings, Jahmyr Gibbs scored twice week 16 and once week 18, and David Montgomery scored once week 18 and 16. So
maybe you beat him through the air.
The Vikings defense was banged up going into the end of last season, and then they were missing
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't think Harrison Smith, that strong safety that comes down and plays a lot in the box, I don't think he was playing those last couple of weeks of the season, and that makes a big difference in a team. So
and was Monty was banged up towards the end.
I
of the
think
season.
he was too. Yeah, I think you might be right on that too, Chef. So yeah, I think this is a close one. TS, you're not in a bad spot in either way. Like whichever way you decide, you should be okay. But I like Evans for that ceiling. I like Evans to maybe hit me with a long touchdown or a couple of nice red zone targets.
Monty was not banged up for that.
He was not banged up. They played him week 18 and 16.
Yeah, 16,
but that was a different defense, I feel like.
Week 18, he didn't really play. 10 for 40.
10 for 40, yeah.
Yeah, he had a touchdown, 10 for 40 and a touchdown.
Yeah, let's go Evans here. I just wanted to throw that out there because I had that stat written down, but I wasn't sure about how
I mean, it's not a bad mood either way, but I like Evans for the ceiling.
Agreed.
TS says
with a good matchup.
Double Godwin too in that matchup. I
don't think it matters. I think Godwin has a great matchup. I mean,
I think he does.
Either way,
I mean, it's Marlon Humphrey and Brandon
play
Stevens.
Up. They play their defense up. They want to get to the quarterback before he throws. And I think Baker's been doing a decent enough job to scramble away. And if you watch Baker, he scrambles to the left and throws out to Mike Evans. Or when he scrambles up right, he'll push through the pocket and then push it out to Godwin in the flat. Like that's usually the play. Am I wrong, Juan?
No, you're absolutely right. That comeback from Evans coming back to the sideline, coming back towards the quarterback, and he just catches it, takes 2 steps and goes out of bounds, and they get a little 14, 15-yard gain. That play's happened a lot. I've seen that play, Chef.
Crooks, thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, that's that dude, man.
Love that. We are at 11 o'clock. We're halfway through. If you guys are new here, like and subscribe. If you like what you're hearing so far, we are here every Sunday from 10 to 12 Eastern to go through everybody's tilts for the full fantasy football season. If you play week 18, talk to your commissioner.
Maybe it's a crooked commish.
Yeah. And a big shout out to Crooks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
In the whenever one of us has to step away. Love it.
All right,
love having him here.
2, let's get it.
Let's go. Jim Rambo, coolest name in fantasy football to kick it off for hour number 2. Help, H-E-L-P, Aaron Jones in danger of sitting. Jerome Ford is out and needs a potential backup. Slim Pickens on the waiver wire. I'm not familiar with him. Zach Moss, Tucker,
Slim Pickens, is that George? George Pickens is on the waiver wire?
No. That's his cousin.
Yeah, Devontae Smith and George Pickens had a baby, the Slim Reaper.
It is Slim Pickens.
All right, so we got Zach Moss, Sean Tucker, or Kamani Vidal. Also, should he start Andrews or Crafts Day?
Ooh.
That's what we actually did cover already, and we did leave Andrews.
We can incorporate Juan. Let's start with the tight end tilt because
let's do that.
Swan and I already had our input on that. Just want to hear your answer unbiased.
Unbiased, got to go with Andrews. Just keep taking a chance. I think he had 5 targets and then 4 targets. Like, he's starting to come alive a little bit. And I feel like Tampa's been moving the ball and putting up points. That game potentially could be a nice little back and forth where Andrews is involved. And with those injuries, like, it takes a while for it to come back and really get back into the flow. And sometimes when you start to see 5 targets, 4 targets, a little more involvement in the offense, it's positive. And Kraft is coming off the good game, but I think I would just go with the name and start Andrews one more time. Like, let's keep it rolling.
Cool. All right, and then we got to pick between. All right, so I guess Aaron Jones is still in contention here. So it's really like Aaron Jones, Zach Moss, Sean Tucker, or Kamani.
I mean, if Rachaad White wasn't playing, slam dunk Sean Tucker, right?
For sure. But they did say they were going to run that roll with the hot hand. And
how is that? How do you do that? I mean,
it's hard to, right?
I don't like when coaches say that.
It's like the New England Patriots, and you can't trust either one of them.
I know, right. And it could be just coach speak. It is,
and
even
Vidal
though they say
is
it's hard.
Same way, Zach Moss. I mean, as ugly as it sounds, passing work a little bit. Chase Brown has been getting more and more of the work.
I know.
Looks great. We talked about him at the top of the show.
Cleveland plays them tough, dude. Cleveland plays Cincinnati very tough.
But I don't know if I can really put in Sean Tucker or Kamani Vidal. I really can't.
No. I mean, you want to play a sexy name like Vidal. You want to try Sean Tucker, ride the hot hand. But that was against the Saints, and they're absolutely atrocious. And there was no Rachaad White in that game. I mean, I think waiting to see if Aaron Jones is.
We're going to know about Jones soon. It's a 1:00 game. So we'll know.
We'll know in 30
soon.
minutes.
So
26, actually.
Let's get him a second option. If we think Jones might be the guy that we're going to start here, if healthy.
Is there anybody on the waiver wire?
I don't think so, man. Well, Slim Pickens is out there.
Yeah. Go get Slim Pickens.
Jalen Warren, Tyler Algier, perhaps.
Algier, I would love if you could pick up Algier. I would start.
Yeah, you know
Algier
what? That's a great call.
I have it like Jalen Warren is 42% rostership on sleeper. Tyler Algier 49%. Those are the two guys I did list on the ticker for this morning, and it is tough. Like, hey, it's Slim Pickens out there, as you imagine, but those guys were available in those percentages of leagues. Go out and check your waiver wire. But in this case, I think I'm just getting something out of Zach Moss that I know is there. A couple of dump down passes.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back to this one.
I think if I could pick up Algier, I think I would pick up Algier over Moss.
I would definitely play Algier over Moss.
Okay.
Would you play Algier if, let's just say Algier's out there and you pick him up? Would you play him over Aaron Jones if Aaron Jones is active?
Yeah.
If Aaron Jones is active,
no. You don't think you start Algier?
Oh.
I think Algier over a lot of these guys. Yeah.
I think Algier is over Zach Moss, Tucker, and Vidal, hands down. I don't know if I play him over Aaron Jones, though.
Against the Lions? Even without Hutch, you can't run on the Lions. Jim, head to the wire, see what other Slim Pickens are out there, see if Algier's there, get back to us. Once the
Tyler Chandler there,
we'll pop back up. Ty Chandler, I mean,
that would be ideal.
Still same matchup. I think I would take Algier. I really would.
Yeah, let us know, please.
Yeah,
we'll jump
see
back.
if he's available.
We'll come back to that one. Nope. Okay. Nope. Algier. Those all three are on the waivers.
Okay.
All right. So let's just see what happens with the injury news to Aaron
24
Jones.
24 minutes. Stand by, Jim Rambo.
We'll come back.
But I would do your pivot, Chef. I would go Zach Moss.
I think I would go Zach Moss as the second.
If no Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
I agree. Okay. Quarterback tilt here for Minnie Jordan. Josh Allen.
Where Brooklyn at? It's my man, Minnie Jordan.
Man.
Oh, boy. We're here now.
Yeah?
We're here now. And last time we did this, we picked him over Lamar. We picked him over a bunch of other guys, and he did it. But we didn't want to put him over Josh Allen, and he outscored him too.
Yeah. I have Josh Allen down.
Me.
I like Daniels a lot in my dailies.
Give me Daniels.
Against Carolina. Yeah.
Against Carolina, give me Daniels.
Yeah.
Give me Daniels, bro.
Yeah.
This game, this one's going to go for a while. The great part about Washington is we saw it before Jaden Daniels got there. All right. We saw it with what's the guy's name? I used to love him. Sam Howell.
Yeah. Another backup in Seattle. Yeah.
Defense is bad. All right. Benjamin St. Juice is giving up the most to wide receivers.
cooked.
All right. I think Terry McLaurin has a heck of a game.
Sneaky Ertz touchdown day.
Yeah, it could be a sneaky everybody day. They got Eckler on the field. They got Brian Robinson on the field. So they're almost full strength.
Noah
And
Brown.
Josh Allen, yeah, he gets
Emerging.
Amari Cooper for the first week. Yeah, I get it. It's going to be a run-first offense, just the way they played out in practice against Tennessee. Like, control the clock, control the ball.
And Allen didn't score.
Give me Jaden Daniels, dude. It's Carolina. They're gonna go
right.
bananas.
Give me Daniels here.
Yeah, normally I'd be like, oh, Josh Allen's gonna run one in, but he hasn't. He's only done it in week 1 and then last.
Yeah,
week. It's not really there.
Allen's starting to feel real Mahomesy to me. Like those two, like quarterbacks that are great for football, that are bad for fantasy.
Yeah,
I mean, once upon a time he was the QB1, but you know, wheels turn. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, you could have picked up at like in a super flex league at like the 5th spot.
Or later, yeah, but I like Jaden Daniels a lot, man, especially with the matchup against Carolina. There, he's, that's a good. Let's go with Jaden Daniels.
So speaking of quarterbacks who are good for fantasy or good for football, but not so great for fantasy, JD has a Purdy or Mahomes tilt.
Wow,
give me Purdy fully loaded.
Yeah,
I agree.
Purdy with the weapons, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
cool.
Spags will try to take away the run in that game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to
try. What's going on? Good morning,
Giuseppe Russo.
Everybody, we're getting to all the tilts. I promise. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for driving the show.
Thank you for driving the show, as always. Let's go with Monty or Mason in PPR.
Monty.
Cool. Love that. Ball glove blueprint again with PPR. Quarterback start 1 between Hurts and Love. And then 1 tight end between Otten and Schultz.
Ooh. Hasn't Baltimore been getting cooked by the tight end? Wasn't that a thing that was happening for a little while?
By the wide receiver.
They're getting cooked. They're dead last against wide receivers. They're 27th against tight ends. So they are
pretty
getting
bad. Bottom 5, bottom 6.
Yeah, I like Kate Otten here, I think. Let me look at Schultz. Packers are even worse. Packers are 29th against tight ends.
Oh,
and there are less mouths to feed now with Collins.
I'm going Schultz over Otten.
Yeah, I'm going. All right, me too.
I'll go with you.
I'm going Hurts over Love just for the matchup against the Giants.
I like the Giants defense a lot more than other people, but there are injuries.
They're a little banged up.
On IR.
Banks is a little banged up.
Pinnock was banged up. I know he played through it last week, but he was hurt, and he's kind of their
2 of our big guys are banged up. So I'm gonna go with Hurts.
Yeah, okay, I'll lean that way too.
Yeah, he got AJ Brown back. They're gonna try.
AJ Brown's back. Devontae Smith full strength.
Yeah.
Goddard's out, but
Grant
that just pushes the ball down.
The boy
Saquon might have a really good day. I don't see my Giants as much as I love my Giants winning this game.
Yeah, no,
I'm down for the surprise.
It's be a close game,
but I think Hurts has a good fantasy day, more so than Love against the Texans defense.
Yeah, I see them running a lot of stuff to the outside. Sexy Dexy's still in the middle. I see them running a lot of option and a lot of stuff to the outside, running away from Brian Burns and away from that middle.
Burns, that's what it is. Burns is banged up. He may not play.
I thought he was playing. Oh, that's big. If he's banged up or not playing, then Hurts. Yeah,
we'll see at the 11:30 mark. It's going to be like some fireworks going off here because there are some serious implications. Not so much on fantasy players, but the offensive and defensive lines. There's a lot of holes on a lot of teams this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of that, I don't know if I like Love, man. I like Love making having a big shootout game against CJ Stroud. That game could be one of those fun ones.
Oh, if you say that, then what does that do to my matchup? No.
I still like Hurts because of the running ability and the rushing touchdowns and stealing goal line carries. Like Hurts is the guy that's going to get you the fantasy points. I think it's the safer play.
Yeah, I guess it's the safer play.
Yeah, I'll take
great.
Just because of the rushing touchdowns?
Yeah, and like some of our leagues have rushing first downs, bonuses.
Jordan Love has 10 passing touchdowns over the last 3 starts.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. He might throw 3 interceptions though. You know what I mean? He might throw 2 interceptions or 3 interceptions, but he's going to get the touchdowns to make up for it.
I mean, he's got most of his weapons. I'm not opposed to saying Love.
Love.
I just want to see it. Like, Hurts
I'm gonna stay with
guaranteed a
Hurts.
goal line
I'm gonna stay with
touchdown.
Hurts.
Yeah, like give me
Yeah,
Hurts.
I gotta stay with that. Yeah, I gotta stay.
It's a tough one, man. They're number 2 and number 3 on the week for me, so it's a hard situation.
You're in good shape either way. That's all that means.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you are still in good shape either way. Let's keep going with another quarterback till here with Chad Anderson. What's going on, cuz? Good morning. All right. So 10-man PPR keeper league, Baker or Job. Oh my God. Baker or Jaden this week going up against the person he's tied for first with 5-1. Need every point possible. This is
Jaden. It's Jaden Daniels.
Whoa, man, I don't know.
Leading the league in touchdowns.
Come on, man.
Like I think he's gonna be a full blown. It's gonna be full blown, man. I mean,
but couldn't you see a scenario where it's out of hand?
Yes, I would. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there. I can see a place where Baker Mayfield.
They're in a shootout against them. Like they're gonna keep playing. I feel like it's more likely that Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are up, and then they lean on Brian Robinson and Eckler and McNichols, and they just kind of pound it out and kind of end that game. I don't think they go for style points and try to blow anybody out.
Well, hang on a second. Didn't they go for style points against the Cardinals?
They did.
Didn't they blow them out like 33-3 or something like that?
That was revenge for Kingsbury. It's not. It's not, a Dan Quinn, let's just get a win and get out of here kind of situation.
Maybe they're trying to make a statement.
Maybe they are, because you know what? This is the highest implied point total since 1988 for the Washington football team.
Crazy, right?
That's the first time they've been over 30 points since 1988. That's Mark Rippon. That's Timmy Smith. That's Art Monk. Like, that's old school Hogs football. And that's the last time that they were implied to score this many points. So if Vegas likes their points, I like their points. All right, let's go, Daniels. Go for it.
I'm gonna tilt back the other way, only because I could just see Washington being up. I feel like the smart play would be like, if you're up that far, just give it to you. Have Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler on the ground. You can absolutely run all over the Panthers, who are dead last against running backs. This other game here, you have the number 1 quarterback on the season going against the number 2 quarterback on the season. This is going to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And for me, I'm taking Baker here, the button? And he's got a rushing upside. Like, this has got to be smashed, Chef. You got to do it. You got to do it.
This is the button.
You got to do it.
Tilt of the week. It's a tough one, guys.
Yeah, man. This is the
10-team PPR. Keeper doesn't make any difference.
No.
Baker or Jaden this week?
It's finicky, man, because it's top 10. Like, you're playing with, like, these guys are both top 5, top 3 plays probably today.
Chad, the person you're going against, because all of these points matter.
Right.
Do they have any receivers for either of these quarterbacks?
For you to eat into or to get it eaten from?
Yeah, like that's something I want to know about that too. It's got Kyron
Henry and Cook.
Good Lord. Good for you, man.
Shout out.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Christian Kirk dropped it in the end zone on 4th and goal.
One of these days, you're going to eat that paper. One of these days, you're going to eat it.
It's coming.
Back to the tilt of the week. I'm going to throw my chips in on Jaden. All right. Just thinking that the Baltimore defense is getting a little bit better as they go along. I know it's going to be a great fantasy day. Does Baker throw for 4 touchdowns again?
I
can see 3.
Yeah, but I have the fear of Jaden. I want to pick Jaden, but I have the fear of him getting pulled. Like, we just saw a comment come up.
Greens got it.
Yeah, of course, Big Greens is on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Baker.
Yeah. I'm going with Mr. Swanson. Let's go Baker. Yeah, ride the hot hand. He's got all these top 8, top 6 finishes this year. I feel safer with Baker, and that Jaden doesn't get pulled, and they just run the ball at the end. Even if he doesn't get pulled, they might just run the ball a lot with all those running backs that we named. I'm going to take Baker.
I mean,
wait for that game.
Gosh,
hot hand. They're putting up points. He's throwing the ball all over the place. Evans is healthy. If Evans was out and maybe they were limited somehow, some way, but yeah, give me Baker.
Oh,
I tilted all the way back.
It's 2-1 either way. So
hold up.
All right.
Hold up.
they have Godwin.
Hold up.
That has a little implication.
Yeah, you think? Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man. This just
So every time Godwin scores, I mean, if it's 6 point per touchdown,
if it's 6 to 4, if it's 6 to 4, I would go Jaden. If it's 6 touchdowns for the receiver, but only 4 for the QB, in
correct.
That league,
if it's QB scoring 4 points for a touchdown, then give me Jaden.
Yeah,
if it's 6 points, then give me Baker. That's splitting hairs.
Wow.
That's splitting hairs.
Wow, this guy.
And the only reason why I say that is because then you cross off Godwin scoring a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you keep up with your guy. So every time Godwin scores, Baker scores. Full 6 points. Scratch it off. It's worth nothing in your fantasy matchup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, I mean, Jaden, he could probably get it in on the ground. So could Baker.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the rushing upside. They both have rushing upside.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Baker's been running it a lot.
In the last 3 games, Baker's averaged about 30 yards on the ground per game.
Yep.
And he's gotten into the end zone on one of those.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with Greens here, too. They'll both have around 30.
It's
you really
that tight.
Really can't
it's
lose.
That thin.
It's that tight. And because of that, and because of Godwin,
because of the fantasy implication against your opponent.
That's bananas, man.
That is the only thing that is going to tilt me towards Baker Mayfield in this matchup.
Bro, that's
the way I'll go.
The season
tilt of the week so far. That's hands down a very hard one.
Thank you, Chad.
Wow. Shout out, Chad.
Yeah, Chad. Let's go. Good luck. Love it. Big Greens. My man.
Big Greens.
Greens has been in here. Let's get to some greens. Let's go.
That was awesome. That was an awesome tilt.
That was an awesome tilt. I'm telling you, that was tilt of the season for me. Woo. All right.
That was a
Here we go.
One, yeah.
We going Tyrone Tracy or stacking Seahawks running backs in PPR today for the Greens.
Ooh. I don't like that Singletary's back, man. But I don't want to start both the Seahawks RBs.
I don't want to start both of them.
Yeah, I'd start Walker and Tracy. If that's the choice, if those are the 3 that I'm choosing between.
What time does dude?
Which
that
game?
Seattle game's at 1:00, right?
Yeah, it's 1:00.
So we'll know about Walker.
Walker's playing.
He had an illness.
Did he? When did that happen?
He showed up on the injury report yesterday.
Oh, that was late.
Really?
Right. I missed that completely. Yes. Okay. Oh.
I tried saying that this morning.
I thought you said something this morning and then I got distracted.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going to need to stack them. No, you're going to know. That's why I asked what time do they play. You'll know if you need to play Charbonnet and Tracy over Walker.
Right. That's true. That's true. But if Walker's healthy, what are we doing?
At 21 last 3 games, Falcon D is decent.
If Walker's starting
in week 4,
I'm definitely
go him and
Walker.
Tracy.
Is there anybody else available?
I was going to say,
do you have to go both running backs? Probably not.
Because the Singletary's coming back, but we don't know that he's fully healthy. And Tracy looked really good. And, you know, I love the Eagles' defense on paper, but I don't like the end result. And they can be had a little bit.
Big Greens.
I love that. Went from tilt of the season to a Tyrone Tracy tilt.
Well, we're here now. That's where we live, man. We live in the Tyrone Tracy zone.
Leaps and bounds, hills and valleys. Let's ride.
Let's see about injuries in a bit here. All right, let's pin this for the moment.
Put a pin in
another
this
one of Green's
we'll
running backs between Rashad White or Chuba.
Chuba.
Give me Chuba.
I'll take Chuba there too. And then as well as Jordan Addison or Calvin Ridley.
Addison.
Yeah.
Calvin is undecisive. Cannot rely on him one bit.
Nope.
Indecisive. Sorry. Jordan Addison, great matchup. We talked about it earlier in the show. I went Addison. I think all 3 of us went Addison.
I would also go Addison.
Yeah.
I like.
Speaking of Addison, I'm just gonna do this because Larry Addison,
LA.
What's going on?
LA.
What's up, LA? Good morning. We're gonna start 2 here for Larry between Chase Brown, Alexander Madison. Or Devin Singletary. You got to bench one.
You're definitely playing Chase Brown.
Then we're playing him and Madison.
Wait for the Madison. Yeah, it's Madison.
Mm-hmm. Chase Brown and Madison.
Yeah, Zamir White was questionable. I think he is going to play, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
If you're gonna
I don't know if you can play Singletary against the Eagles, man.
I don't know either. I don't like that either. Like I said,
is he going to be able to hit the holes that Tyrone Tracy hit?
Right. And Tracy's a sneaky, really good running back. Chef, you saw how he was being
How much do they
patient
mix
and
him
picking his
in?
spots.
Like, I don't know. Like, I like Alexander Madison just for the simple fact that Zamir White is like stinky.
Great matchup too.
Yeah.
Rams are 28th against running backs. Madison's in here for sure.
Here comes Amir Abdullah making us look bad later.
Zamir White or Amir Abdullah. Steal it.
Oh my God.
It's Madison and Chase Brown for me.
I dig that.
Okay. And then we'll jump back up to Big Greens with another group of guys here. Ty Madison, Alexander Madison, or Zach Charbonnet.
Madison. Ty Chandler?
Ty Chandler has to be.
Oh, yeah. That would be. Yeah.
This is another wait and see scenario. Like,
we're still waiting to see about
it would be Charbonnet if Walker doesn't play.
Yeah.
It would be
Ty
if
Chandler,
Walker does play and Aaron Jones doesn't play, then it's Ty Chandler.
Right.
Even if
both those start, I go Madison.
Do we put Madison over Ty Chandler regardless because of the matchup?
Yeah, because Detroit is tough. Yeah, Detroit, I say Madison.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, Ty Chandler has a tough matchup, but getting all the work.
I mean, not all. I mean, they brought in Cam Akers.
Oh yeah, they brought in Cam Akers.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just one other piece there to take.
Yeah.
But it's already a tough matchup. I think Madison's the play.
I think Madison might be the play unless Walker's out, and then Charbonnet would be the play.
Yeah, we'll have to go. We'll come back to that one once we get the injuries become
Jelly of the Month
designations.
Jelly
of the Month Club, the gift that keeps on giving all year. Need a flex for PPR, Downs, Waddle, or Juju. Not sure who is healthy. Not sure I trust Juju after a bye.
Yeah. No, Juju was fine until midweek where he popped up with a hammy. And those hammies scare me because the game starts and they say he's going to give it a go. He's good to play. And then 3 or 4 plays in, he runs the wrong route or he tries to extend the play. And there goes the hammy. And now you're beat.
We do have an announcement from Adam Schefter reporting about Aaron Jones' hamstring about an hour ago that he is expected to play.
Okay. So back to that before we stick it here, the tilt from above, which involved right here. It was Jim Rambo. We're gonna play Aaron Jones over the.
Yeah, go with the field.
I'd play Aaron Jones over all 3 of those.
All right, back to
even with the tough matchup.
All right, so we got Josh Downs, Juju, and Jalen Waddle.
This is tough.
This is really tough.
I don't think Waddle and the Dolphins and Tyreek and all that, they line up everywhere, right? They line up all over the place. The offense has been dismal, but I think that secondary from the Colts is banged up. I don't think Kenny Moore, the slot corner, is playing, and I don't think their left corner is playing either, if I remember correctly.
Sam Womack? No. Womack?
Yeah, and I don't think they're very good in the first place, but I don't know if I can trust it. Similarly, on the other side, with Anthony Richardson, it's different for him and Downs. If Flacco was playing, I'd probably say Downs is a start.
For sure. I would, yeah.
We got some news. Hassan Reddick ending his Jets holdout.
Oh, he's going to play for them?
He's going to play.
Wow.
I would too if Devontae Adams just came to
that's
right. You know what I mean?
Everybody's happy now.
Yeah, now he'll play.
Oh, God.
Yo.
What do you do here, Chef? You trust the Juju? Because if Juju was fully healthy and he wasn't on it, I would do it. Even if it's against the Niners, I would start him.
I think
but the hamstring scares me
in this situation.
DraftKings line right now is 41.5. He's the only slot guy. Really, I mean,
I can't trust Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, I just don't like the.
If his hamstring wasn't bad, I would have trusted him.
Yeah, but his hamstring is bad, so I don't really trust him.
So is it Downs? Like, do you think that just
Downs is kind of banged up too?
I mean, toe.
Waddle's healthy, and there's no Kenny Moore, dude. I think Waddle outperforms the other 2 guys. I'm gonna go Waddle.
Okay, no, I'll do that too. I'll ride with you.
Just for the matchup.
Yeah, just for the matchup and the opportunity. Again, he's another guy who's one play away. You know what I mean? Like he's one.
Okay.
I'm going Downs here. I'm going Downs. He's got
even though he's banged up.
Even though he's chipped up. Yeah, even though he's
gonna get Ramsey.
I think he's gonna be just fine against Ramsey. Even with the toe, like I'm just gonna play Downs.
That's too many factors for me. Waddle. I'm gonna go Waddle. Yeah.
All right.
That's a tough one. Mini Jordan PPR. What was that again? We're going
Waddle over Downs.
I just think Downs has been involved in the offense regardless. Michael Pittman's banged up at the back. They're all banged up. I think.
Yeah.
Hey, if Downs was out there working his toe and he's expected to play, then I got to play Downs. I mean, even with Waddle on the field, I still don't like the option. He's still like number 4 on that offense for targets, where Downs is pretty much number 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Before I get to the next tailback,
Richardson likes to throw the deep
Waddle
ball.
or Pittman. Since
I think he throws that deep ball to AD Mitchell or Allie Pierce, bro.
It's been.
I was going to say to Eddie Mitchell Richardson also took 2 big shots on Eddie early in the season. They didn't pan out, but
it didn't go so well.
No, but
maybe they've been working on their timing.
Waddle or Pittman now.
Yeah, just to
Same
go from
scenario.
that one tilt to the next.
Yeah, but see, it's different because Pittman gives me a floor that I feel comfortable with. I feel like Pittman's going to get targeted, and he's going to get those little comeback routes and the little dig routes, and he'll be able to get 5 or 6 catches.
I'll go Pittman over Waddle in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to get Chef.
Yeah, I'm going Pittman for the same reason I was going Downs.
I'm gonna move up to.
I just don't trust Waddle. I can't trust him.
I had a tilt.
I'll be burned. I'll be burned on my bench, but I don't think I'll get burned either way. I think Downs and Pittman put up a decent game.
Well, you just made a tilt for me in our league of record. Thanks.
Right.
I have Pittman and Waddle. I got to make a decision.
Oh, there it is. I lost the tilt, but I got it back. Cool. All right. So
you're
PPR
me, are you?
running.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, I'm playing Big Ant. Or are you talking about Dynasty?
I think Dynasty. Yeah, Dynasty. We're playing.
Yeah, I'm playing you in Prime, Juan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Which means
good luck
congratulations,
week,
you'll win because something terrible will happen to me.
Ooh, Chef is talking trash. We'll see. I got Baker and Joe Burrow going. We'll see.
And I got Geno and Jalen.
I think it's going to be a good week.
Wow, this is going to be a good week. I can't wait till we get to the anytime segment of this week too, boys, because I got some for your considerations we're going to jump into. But let's get mini Jordans here. 2 running backs and a flex between Kyron Mixon, Achane, McLaurin, Chase Brown, and McConkey.
Wow. Take McConkey out.
Mixon. 2 running backs right there. I'm playing those 2.
Kyron and Mixon, you have to play.
For sure.
Yep.
And I think it's McLaurin. I think it's McLaurin.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
All those 3. Yep.
Yeah, that's my flex. I'll take them over Achane, Chase Brown, and McConkey. Yeah.
Cool. I like that. All right. Oh, Mama, thank you very much. Oh,
Mama Cat.
We'll bring the baby on the show soon. Thank you. All right, here we go. Giuseppe. Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes? Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Against the Steelers?
I mean,
nah, it's Mahomes.
Mahomes is he though?
Yeah.
I mean, where is he?
Maybe not against San Fran.
No,
but
like
he does all right in those matchups against San Fran.
Quarterback 22 on the season.
Yeah, it's not good, but Rodgers got to be right there with him. Rodgers is what, 23, 21?
18.
Against Pittsburgh, dude, I'm taking Mahomes.
Yeah,
I can't.
I'll go Mahomes.
I can't. Not against Pittsburgh. Not against. We talked about it earlier. Why I didn't like Garrett Wilson in that position because it's Joey Porter.
Yeah,
their defense is really good. I'm
okay.
not.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm not doing it, man. Rodgers could be wind up on his back. TJ Watt playing out of his mind.
Yeah, against big Morgan Moses on that right side.
Oh, dude, TJ Watt.
He's gonna destroy him. That's where he lines up. He's gonna speed around him.
So I was listening. I don't know if you guys listened to the whatchamacallit, why is my mind blanking like that? I'm sorry. The podcast, the Heights podcast. Yeah, the Heights podcast.
Yeah.
New Heights podcast.
Yeah.
With the Kelsey brothers. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second. They were talking about the Watt brothers on this Peloton challenge, right?
Yeah.
And JJ Watt came in 7th out of like 1,000 people on this challenge, right?
Right.
And one of the only people to beat him
was TJ.
TJ.
TJ was 6th, right?
After playing football on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Came in on a Monday or hot fresh, didn't know he was doing it and beat him.
Yeah.
That man is amazing.
Yeah, he's something else. And he lines up on that perfect side against that old right tackle who's been getting whooped all year, Morgan Moses. And I think he has a day today. Let's put him in the parlays with over half a sack. Make sure he gets a sack today.
Wow.
That's a nice little plussy.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, I like that.
Wow. Wow.
I don't like the Chef's wow.
This just in. We have breaking news.
I'm sorry, everybody. I got excited. I read it wrong. Damn it.
Oh, what, Darius Slay?
No, I thought they were benching Watson in Cleveland.
Oh.
But
that would have been a wow.
Yeah, DTR is the number 2 quarterback. I read it wrong. Damn it. Sorry,
right,
guys.
Swanson's not playing at all.
Well, we got some more breaking news here for Big Greens. K9's active. So
yeah,
let's go back up here to the
if he's active, I'm playing him.
Are we stacking Seahawks running backs versus Tyrone Tracy?
Damn, I think you might have to, dude. If Singletary's really gonna play and it's against the Eagles D, like I might have to do it. I know I'm starting Walker.
I think in PPR, Tracy might give you.
Yeah, but then you don't know, and it's Singletary in that offense.
No, I'm not playing Charbonnet.
No.
But,
it's the same kind of situation.
It is though.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I'm gonna lean Tracy just because I think he'll get more targets.
Stack them up, Charbonnet and Walker.
I think I'd do the same.
I think we stack them.
Damn, I don't know, but Tracy gives you a chance, Chef, because if they really like him and he's going to take the ball away from Singletary, you don't see a scenario where Charbonnet is going to outperform Kenneth Walker. So the ones you have to start, you absolutely have to start Kenneth Walker.
It's a tough tilt.
I'm going with you. I'm going with you, Swanson. Let's go, Tracy. I'm going Walker and Tracy.
Okay. Yeah. That's tough though. Oof. Larry Addison, Mooney, Evans, Amon-Ra, or Devontae. Sit one. Mooney, Evans, Amon-Ra, Devontae. Jeez.
Sit Mooney.
Oh man.
This just in. We have breaking news.
This is real this time, guys. Will Levis is inactive today.
Oh.
Yeah. He was already inactive.
Really?
No.
Yeah, last night I saw Mason Rudolph is starting.
What? Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
Oh, and all 3 wide receivers for the Colts are active. Pierce, Pittman, and Downs. Ray Davis is active today. Kenneth Walker and Aaron Jones. Confirmed.
Cool. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, the Will Levis news was news to me.
I was up late last night. I was just sitting here awake in between feeds and stuff and was just still just adding to my show sheet. I was like, oh my God, like Mason Rudolph. No. All right. So this
should have lit off the bed, I guess.
I'm sitting Mooney.
Will Levis isn't at the top of my.
I
guess I'll sit Mooney here. I still think Mooney is.
You really don't want to sit Mooney?
You don't, but I can't.
Same game though. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. You're not benching Devontae Smith.
I'd rather be wrong starting Evans, Amon-Ra, and Devontae than the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Devontae as a wide receiver 2 in this situation. You have 1A, 1B, how you ever want to flip it with Evans and Amon-Ra. I think Mooney sits number 4 in that lineup.
Yeah. In this lineup, yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you.
Always.
Gino or Joe Burrow for Lucius. PPR.
Ooh.
Gino.
Hey,
Gino or Stroud this week?
Gino.
Stroud. For me, Stroud. Stroud over Gino.
Is it Stroud over Burrow too? I guess.
Yeah.
All right, I got to change the lineup.
Yeah, I'm staying Gino there.
Yeah. You like Gino over Stroud, huh?
I do.
Okay.
I have both Burrow, Gino, and Stroud in a league.
Oh, wow.
And I have Sam Darnold as well.
Well, you're in good shape either way. It's just that I don't against the
Do
Cleveland
I play Sam Darnold against the Commanders?
I would.
What? Sam Darnold's not playing the Commanders.
Oh wait, yeah.
No. He's playing the Lions.
Oh yeah.
Do you play Sam Darnold and Geno Smith over Stroud and Burrow?
I would.
Not Sam Darnold. No. I go Geno Stroud there.
All right.
I think Darnold has a good game here.
Better than Stroud.
Line. There's no Hutchinson. Better than with maybe not Stroud.
I think the Lions play inspired. They run the ball a lot. More opportunity for a shootout with CJ Stroud. So give me him and give me Geno. Give me Stroud and Geno.
I mean the Packers. Stroud's playing the Packers.
Yeah, shootout potential against the Packers. So that give me Stroud. And I don't like Darnold. I like Darnold third in that order, and then Burrow fourth. Give me Geno, Stroud, Darnold, Burrow.
I know it's an unpopular opinion. I'm still gonna stay. I'm gonna stay with Geno and Darnold.
Geno Stroud. Oof. I like Geno Stroud.
Let's write that one down. Geno and Sam over Geno and Stroud.
Yeah, and definitely it's crazy the world we live in where Burrow's
it's a weird
no
world.
Matter what.
Mm-hmm. It's K9's 24th birthday. Happy birthday. Does he have a birthday flu game? No.
Nobody cares.
All right, Eric, what's
playing.
going on? Good morning. We got a Hunt, Ayuk, Christian Watson, Najee, Judy. We have to start 2.5 point PPR. Congrats on thank you very much, Eric. And then Purdy or Darnold down there. We got to. I'll take Darnold over Purdy here, Jeff.
Darnold.
Cool. All right, so we have to start 2.5 PPR between Hunt, Ayuk, Christian Watson, Najee, and Judy.
Me, Ayuk.
Ayuk and Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Hunt too. Okay. Mo Diesel. What's up, Mo?
Welcome back, Mo.
Start 1.5 point PPR. Judy, Trey Tucker, Josh Palmer, or Tutu, and rank them. Start 1 here.
Start 1.
Trey.
Give me Trey Tucker.
Yeah. I'll take Trey.
Trey, Palmer, Tutu, Judy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Tucker, Palmer, Judy. Tucker, Palmer, Tutu, Judy. Depending on if
Cooper Kupp plays.
Cooper Kupp plays.
Yeah.
What time is that game? 4:00.
It's later game.
Game time decision. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that same order. Let's see. Oh, Crook's back. He said he had a question for us earlier. Wanted a quick take since we talked about it. So, who do you think has a bigger impact rest of season between Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper? Let's get back onto. We'll jump back onto this in a second to wrap that up at the end here. But just like shot out of a cannon, who do you think, Juan? Who has a bigger impact rest of season?
Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Jets are still going to be like, we think of Aaron Rodgers as like this gunslinger type, and he's really one of the more conservative quarterbacks in the league. They like to play defense, run the ball, control the clock, and just win games. The next few weeks, they're going to be trying to just win. And I think Amari Cooper's got a chance to actually make some good plays down the field. He's a better route runner than we think he is. Josh Allen needed that. I think he needs that separation, that guy to get him open. And he also good on the second level, too. When Josh Allen scrambles and he has to improvise, he's going to find spots in the zone and be open. I like that offense better than the Jets offense. So I would go Amari Cooper the rest of the season.
Word. I like that. I like that take.
Ooh, Amari Cooper rest of the season.
Yeah.
I like that. I needed to hear something.
There's no Garrett Wilson on the Bills. There's no Lazard. There's no throwing the ball.
That's what I said earlier. Yeah, I was just worried about the gameplay.
Yeah.
The game script, like Joe Brady not really taking too many shots down the field. But then again, you look back on it and it's a good debatable topic, Juan, because they don't have someone that they can rely on, and they've tested it. They've tested it with Keon Coleman. They've tested it with Curtis Samuel. They've tested it with Khalil Shakir. They've tested it with Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. They just don't have that guy.
And now they do.
And Amari Cooper is that guy. Does the offense open up a little bit more? I think it does.
Yeah. I think some of those shots, he was taking shots too. What's my Mac Hollins, bro? Like it's a big difference when it's
I
Amari
think
Cooper.
Alan Lazard is dead. That's for
fantasy,
sure.
but it's still another option. And Roger still likes him. I feel like there's a better opportunity for Amari Cooper going down the rest of the way. No matter how much Roger tries to force feed.
Stroud. I like the Burrow and Geno.
Burrow now? You're jumping Burrow all the way up? I don't think so.
Montavian Wicks is active. Just throwing that in there.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's jump in for Adam here. Start 2. What's going on, Adam? Start 2. Sit 2. Dell, Mooney, Harrison. All right, so Dell, Mooney, Marv, and J-Mo.
This is going to be a tough one, boys. I like all 4 of these guys.
Man.
Start 2, sit 2.
Oh.
That's tough to bench. Like, if you bench Dell and Mooney, it's tough. But
you can't bench Dell. I can't. Not after the last week that he had. He stepped into the wide receiver 1 role with Nico Collins being out.
Does he have Jair Alexander on him?
Keyshawn Nixon.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it could be.
No.
Yeah, it might be Jair.
No, he's on the other side. Keyshawn Nixon, sorry.
I think
it's not a great matchup.
I mean, Green Bay's been. Can we eliminate? Let's do this one by process of elimination. Let's eliminate somebody. I love J-Mo, but the matchup scares me off of him a little bit.
Yeah,
and he's been boomer bust. You know what I mean?
He's boomer bust. These guys are more consistent.
Right? Okay, Harrison coming back off the concussion. He's healthy. Chargers aren't great.
They're not the best matchup either, though.
No, I know they're good against the run.
But over the last 4 weeks,
good against quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Last 4 weeks, they have been giving up the 6th most to the perimeter, to the right side. But Harrison plays on the left, mainly.
Dell and Mooney.
Yeah, let's go Dell and Mooney, man.
Oh,
I don't want to bench Marv, but I mean Mooney's.
You want that?
Rick Woolen and Trey Brown are both out for Seattle.
Ooh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me Mooney.
Give me
Mooney and Dell.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the way it lies right now.
Thank you, Adam. Sure
That's
is.
Crazy.
Kyle Pitts or Fryer Muth here, tight end till for Giuseppe.
Pitts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pitts here too.
I ain't trusting no Russell Wilson today.
Nope. No. And then that's a oh, man.
Well, I mean,
I think Tomlin's putting him out there. I think this is like a mob hit. This is intentional. He's putting Wilson out there, so he just gets
It feels that way.
It feels unfair.
You're like, here, this is what you have to do. Go out here, Justin Fields. This is what you have to do, and then just run away. Russell won't do that. Russell won't run away.
Yeah, just lay down and take a sack.
Just and then again. This feels unfair to him.
Yeah, plus
I love it for George Pickens, though. I love it for George Pickens. Here comes the points for George Pickens this week.
Rob Davis, good morning. What's going on? Coming in.
What's up, Rob?
Need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Ready? Let's go. St. Brown, AJ Brown, London, McLaurin.
Oh, that's showing off.
Let's go. All right.
That's flexing right here. What do you mean? That's
we have to
flex.
bench.
You can't bench any of those guys, man.
No.
You can't.
How do you do this?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Dude.
I can't.
You gotta find a wrinkle here. You gotta find something.
I'm looking for a wrinkle. There's not much to
maybe JC Horn is on McLaurin, or maybe like we said, they're
JC
winning.
Horn is on McLaurin.
And maybe they're winning the game either way, and they just run it a ton. He has the least opportunity, maybe.
I think the only thing I could think of is like, game script may change.
That would be the only thing.
He's the only candidate.
That's the wrinkle.
Yeah,
is Terry. Yeah,
Terry.
I mean, AJ Brown, like
he's a beast.
I'm not benching that man.
You can't.
I'm not benching.
I think you have to start all 3: St. Brown, AJ Brown, and London. Like,
dude, this
London's
is kind
got
of like
double-digit targets last 3 weeks. He's a red zone target. He's been on the field for 90.
And this game is going to go back and forth.
No Rick Woolen, no Trey Brown, back and forth. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, give me those guys, man. We got to bench McLaurin. Crazy as it sounds.
Yeah, right in order. That's bananas.
Oh, here comes
Hey, another tilter with a great team. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Great team. And we're going to get to some touchdown scores coming up here soon.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up the show with that. Giuseppe, Wandale Robinson, or Lad McConkey in half-point PPR.
Lad.
Yeah,
it's got to be Lad.
It's got to be Lad. Big Green's last tilt of the morning for Greens is Jack and Red Bull or Jack and Coke. Have a good Sunday. My man.
How about
Jack, how tired are you?
Jack with an ice cube in it.
I'd go with the first choice. Give me the Red Bull.
Jack and Red Bull. Yeah, we got a lot of football ahead of us.
If I'm gonna put anything in it, I'll put Red Bull in it.
Sure, I like that. Hydus.
Morning, Hyde.
Good morning. Time to ruin Hyde's day. Pick 3: Cooper, Lockett, JSN, Pittman. PPR also has Chubb. You have to pick 3.
I'm definitely picking JSN.
Yeah, I like JSN today. Give me Pittman and Cooper.
Pittman and Pittman and Chubb.
JSN.
Ooh, right off the rip, Chef.
Pittman and Chubb. Yeah. Don't you have? Is this a league where you have Josh Allen as a quarterback? I know it's not our league.
I'm not trusting Amari Cooper week 1 out the gate against Tennessee with a new quarter. No, we don't know how much target he's going to get. We don't know what the spread is going to be.
You're trusting Chubb with his first game back off of injury
against Cincinnati. Yeah,
against Cincinnati on the goal line, I would.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good about Chubb.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it more than we're not playing Lockett and JSN. I'm not doing that.
No. But I will. I do want to play JSN today if I have.
Yeah, so I'm playing JSN, Pittman and Chubb. Yeah.
All right, I ride with you.
And we talked about it earlier. Like, hey, Chubb first day back. It's Nick Chubb day in Cleveland. Like, I'm gonna ride that train for the day just because Cooper,
he's just
got there.
Yeah,
he just got there. And it's not a great matchup. They're going to try to run the ball.
Yeah, they'll probably there's going to be packages for him, but they're probably still just going to run the ball.
Yeah, Tennessee
guards
really the perimeter. Good. Like they're the second best team in the NFL against fantasy wide receivers.
They'll take some shots to him.
Even if Cooper had Patrick Mahomes today, I'd still say, I might be still leaning Chubb, even if it was Mahomes throwing him the ball.
What if Baker Mayfield was throwing you the ball? Who cares about Mahomes?
If it was week 2 in the system.
Who cares about Patrick Mahomes?
If it was week 2 in the system, I might lean Cooper,
Farm?
but it's a bad matchup. I'm going Chubb.
Chubb, Jason, and Pittman.
Touchdown, KJ Osborne.
That didn't help anyone, Chef.
Hooray.
I saw it a couple seconds ago, and I didn't say a word.
I need one more score for the Patriots, because if they score again and they cover, I'll be all right.
Yep. Oh, so I found since we're talking parlays and whatever and covering, check this out. If you pick in the same game parlay, each team to score a
ground and a.
You saw that?
Yeah, dude.
It's amazing. To each team to score a receiving and a rushing touchdown in each half.
Yep, in each half.
And you do the 2 games. The odds are astronomical.
It was like a 33-cent bet for like $836,000 or something like that. I was thinking about finding that for the Lions and the Vikings game, for the Ravens and the Bucks game, or
the Panthers and Commanders game. No,
I don't know.
Not.
Panthers could do it.
I like maybe that. Maybe
that over under is so high though. But it's Washington by 9.5.
Yeah, so that's why. And then the Vikings. Vikings and
Lions,
and also the Packers and Texans.
Ooh,
I like that one for that too. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna do a couple of those because it's kind of ridiculous that you could bet $1.
The odds are it is. Like I saw that tweet and I was in the bathroom and I just kind of stared at it and I just pictured like how everything could change just by.
I have it locked. After we go live off, I'll send it to you for sure. Yeah.
All right,
gotta do it.
Please do.
Oh, awesome. I'm gonna lose my bet because Demario Douglas got sick. That stinks.
Oh, he's out. I have him going today, Pop.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Poop.
Stop having these international games.
Yeah,
dude.
Stop it, man. We got another one coming in Germany on the 10th.
Dude,
in November. Come on.
Enough of that.
The people have television
with the Jaguars 2 weeks in a row. They got to stay out there. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, look, international folks who love to watch football, I think it's great that they get to see live football. I really do.
Yeah.
It's just, come on.
It kills us for fantasy. I know that.
Adam, I know this is a football show, but how about those Yankees? Congratulations, Juan.
How about them Yankees in epic fashion?
Yep. Gotta love it. How can you not be romantic about baseball? It is 11:52. It is anytime time.
Anytime time.
You guys ready? I've got some anytimes here. I have some for your consideration, so I'm gonna throw them out here. There were a lot of really good matchups.
We're gonna overlap.
Couldn't really stay away from. I have 14. I'm not saying so we can talk through which ones we feel like are gonna go and not go.
Hold on. Your boy's gotta get a pen and a pad.
Yeah, I got 14.
Last time I did 14, I hit 9.
Ooh.
Yeah. But you gotta hit them all.
You gotta hit them all.
Let's get it.
Or you could just do a couple where you throw in
that's
9,
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to rank these and most likely and try to figure out a way to put the little one together for a little more money,
All right,
first one out the gate, David Montgomery. As we talked about it earlier, even though he's going up against that defense, he scored week 16 and 18.
He doesn't care.
He does not care. Number 2, Sam Laporta.
Wow.
Worked out for me last week.
I don't know if I like 2 Lions, but go ahead.
Yeah, we don't got to put them all in, but he did score last week.
I like it.
Combined with some other ones, this could be good. And the Vikings are 27th against tight ends. I think that it's going to be a high-scoring game. There's room for everyone to eat. On the other side of the ball, real easy, but just another one to put in there to stack them up. I think Justin Jefferson scores. I would be surprised if he didn't.
All right. I like Addison. I like Addison in that game too.
I do like Addison. Moving on next here, Trey Sermon.
I like it.
It's going deep.
Not even
Trey Sermon. We talked about this earlier. Miami's given up a running touchdown to every single week to a running back, and it's always been on the ground. And Sermon has the work.
I dig that.
All right. Next, we have Kyle Pitts.
Whoa.
Kyle Pitts against the Seahawks, 30th against tight ends. Seattle is giving up the 7th most receptions and the 3rd most receiving yards to the tight end position.
All right. I like your logic so far.
Moving on. Brock Bowers against the Rams, 31st against tight ends. And vacated targets.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to explain yourself there.
That doesn't have to be explained. Yep.
No, you kind of do. There's, no Devontae Adams, obviously, but also no Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Bowers is good for that. I like that.
On the other side of the ball in that game, Kyron Williams.
Every week he scored. Except the 1 week where he scored 2.
Except for,
Yeah, he was on my list as well.
Cool. Moving on to the Panthers-Commanders game, Austin Eckler.
Okay. I have Brian Robinson.
Which is another great one. I was going to say he scored every week but week 2, so you really can't go wrong either way. You want to put one of those in.
That was the 7 field goal game that I had to sit through.
Oh, yeah.
Rough.
A little different now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know we had to bench him for that ridiculous tilt from Rob Davis, but I do have Terry McLaurin on this list as well. He's going up against Mike Jackson. He has the 3rd best wide receiver cornerback matchup on the week.
Yeah, I have Terry as well.
Cool. All right. Moving on. We have George Kittle against the dead last defense against tight ends in football, the Kansas City Chiefs.
He scored 2 last week, didn't he?
He scored 2 last week.
Yeah.
5 for 58 and 2. Yeah. Give me some Kittle. This will probably come as a huge surprise to everybody in the world. Derrick Henry, who has also scored every week and sometimes twice on Sunday. There's snow in Vermont. On that same side of the ball, also, just throwing this out there for your consideration, is Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
He's just unbelievable the pace that he's on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have a really good game.
Mm-hmm. And then I think this is my last one to round it out here. On the other side of that ball is Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
I like Godwin a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
And you left Saquon off this whole list.
I am so tired of putting Saquon Barkley into my parlays to score. I am done with that. I don't want it anymore. I'm tired of putting
the
Eagles
revenge
on my
game
parlay.
against the Giants.
I don't care. No, because that's how they trick you. That's how you hit 13 out of 14 legs because you're like, oh, there's no way that they're not going to give the ball to Saquon. Why would they not run the ball?
I mean, I like the Monty pick. I'm a little skeptical of the Sam Laporta back-to-back weeks.
Laporta's that's one that you would want to put in, like make a separate one, and then Laporta would be like the bang.
Here were mine. I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the Baltimore matchup, I have Lamar Jackson scoring.
Okay.
All right. And to back that up, I also have Anthony Richardson scoring instead of your Trey Sermon pick. First 2 games, he scored both on the ground. I think if he's going to do it, he's going to look for it first instead of giving it to his running back to do it. Kyron Williams is a healthy match there. Terry McLaurin, healthy match. I also listed Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed has a possibility of getting in there always.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert on the Miami game. I like that one as well. Don't give it to Achane to punch it in. You give it to Raheem Mostert to punch it in.
That's true.
And then Brian Robinson, another running back pick there. You went Eckler. I have Robinson. And then Chris Godwin, obviously, to end it all.
Yeah. I really like that.
That's a pick parlay. Jaden Reed is a little question mark for me. I don't know if I'd bank on him getting a touchdown, but the other guys are pretty solid this week.
If I made a 4, it would be Godwin, Chuba, Sermon, and B-Rob. Those would be my 4. That's going to be like my
Sermon, Chuba, and B-Rob.
And B-Rob. I'll do some variation of that.
Best odds.
There's a lot of good ones there. I would add Addison is who I like as my flyer, the guy that I'm going to throw in there to spike up the
Ooh, Leggett. I like Leggett and Hunt.
Kittle, Leggett, and Hunt. Like what Zach's got going on. And then he's got London, Wicks, Montgomery, and a Slim Reaper.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate it.
No, not at all.
That's going to be good odds.
I don't know about the Wicks one. I know.
That's the one that gives you the odds. That's the odds booster.
Yeah, it's the odd boost.
Yeah, that's like my Addison one. You know what I mean? You pick one of those obscure type players. Like if you put just for
Laporta.
No,
not even so much though. Yeah, you're right.
No, AD Mitchell. Like those shots that he took the first time, actually one of them hits, or Alec Pierce. One of those 2 guys, that you throw in there, spikes your odds tremendously. Like you do 3 or 4 guys, and then you add one of those.
Like if you did a McConkey, McConkey touchdown today.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Or let's say Michael Wilson if he's playing. You know what I mean? One of those other guys.
He is playing.
You're not really.
Yeah.
So something along those lines. I'm sure Josh Palmer has long odds too.
I'm going to look at it for the next half hour and put my bets in. So.
Oh, 100%. I just love the fact that you guys just gave me this whole arsenal. I have all your picks. I'm going to make a bunch of different variations of these to try to do it. For sure. That's all I'll be doing for an hour.
Hold up. Before we get out of here, hang on.
Oh, we got a surprise.
Uh-oh.
Think we're going to see the baby.
I hope so.
For the first time ever on social media, making her grand debut.
Making her first appearance. First
baby Swan.
You know she's going to be popping in and out. Baby Grace going to be in there.
Oh, no. It was a fail. Nope. It was a fail.
Alarm.
She's so comfortable and asleep.
Yeah. We don't want to.
I'm not doing. I can't do it.
No, don't do that.
We'll have her on here. We'll bring her on next week. Yeah, not doing that.
From all of us to all of you, have a great day. Sunday. It is 12:01 on the East Coast. That means our time is up here. For all y'all out there, good luck on your fantasy week. Until next time, we out.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Sunday Tilt. Visit us on YouTube at youtube.com/thetiltisreal and like and subscribe. We're live every Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you all next week on The Tilt is Real.